Hi, everybody. Welcome. Good morning, AnnieBear. How are
Good
you?
morning. I am fresh from a walk. I
Good.
apologize profusely times a million. I was out recharging my batteries with a walk. I'd forgotten the time.
Oh, it's
My
okay. It's
goodness.
okay. I wasn't sure if we were kind of funny. We had so much to discuss this week, so it was just kind of like, So, hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name's Terry. My channel is Holding Your Space, and this is the beautiful Annie Bear Seven Feather standing in your light. So, or standing in the light. I always say your light. I have to stop that. So, hey, Kelly, how are you? Hi,
Hey,
Teresa Ford.
Kelly,
Welcome.
Teresa.
Yeah,
Hi.
and Millie had a birthday yesterday, so we weren't.
Oh,
Were you able to go to that event? I wasn't able to go to it.
I
Ingrid was
was asleep.
last night.
I
Yeah,
was asleep.
yeah. My daughter was leaving for her festival, so
Oh,
last
where's the
night.
festival?
Joshua Tree.
Oh, wow. Oh, how
So
exciting.
she was still packing, and she bought an old hippie van, and they got a bed in the back. She and her boyfriend are flying off, or not flying off. They're driving off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, yeah. So
Oh, a
she
road
leaving last
trip with
night.
her and her sweetheart.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think she left
Inga.
at midnight. So, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Paul Freed, good morning, sir. How was Graceland, Paul? I hope it was amazing.
morning.
Oh, hi, Carolyn, Loving Life.
Oh,
What a beautiful name. Yeah,
yeah.
so today we're going to talk about recharging our batteries, which is great because you were out recharging your battery this
Yes, I
morning
was.
at 10:30.
Yes, I was. It was quite chilly. It was like 45 degrees. It was a little chilly walking.
W
Yeah.
Lucky. We went out on our walk and it was about 70. So that was
Okay.
just perfect. Yeah.
Oh, I love that 70 is perfect. Yeah.
Oh my God. Teresa says that's the same band that Ken used to have her husband. My husband had one too, an Astro van when I first met him. And
Oh,
and then when we were living in South Florida and I had my shop, I had an antique shop. I got one. So an Astro van. So they're like they run in the family, don't they?
yeah. Yeah.
All of us.
Point
There
of
are Astro
passage.
vans. Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, but it's really fun. Amazing time at Graceland, Paul says. I'm so glad, Paul. Paul just got back from Graceland and he brings us joy and candles. Paul's already always lighting us a candle and
Oh,
traveling.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and having beautiful joy. Anyway, so this kind of came about because last week I got stuck at the Aldi's in front of Aldi's. I,
Boy.
I had gone in and gone shopping, and I'd left my auxiliary on in my car. The motor wasn't running, but the auxiliary was. And I came back, and it was making this weird staccato noise when I turned it on. It's like, oh
Oh,
my God. So my daughter's boyfriend is a mechanic. He's a mechanic and a sound engineer. He's built
nice.
systems. Yeah, he's just, he
Nice
knows
combo.
everything. Yeah. And so he came over from his shop and jumped me. And he knew exactly what it was. He jumped me. There are times he may want to in this life. Not yet, but someday maybe. Anyway, but so we were talking about what today would look like, and I'm like, how about recharging your battery? Because I was supposed to go on that night with Kim into
Yeah, that's
View,
right.
who I love dearly. And I was so excited to be with her, but I was like, I called her and I was like, I've been 3 hours in the hot sunshine, and I'm done. I'm depleted, and so important to know when we are depleted and how to care for ourselves. I think is really important, and it feels like, excuse me, to me, I feel like right now, so many of us has been shining our light. I'll kind of cry about this a little bit. That
Oh,
all of you as light workers have been working so hard on your path, meditating, doing healings. Kelly's here. Teresa, everything that you post to make people happy. Paul, you too. Sharon Foster, Denise, Carolyn. It's like everybody's working so hard to make life better for the planet. And when you walk with your light around the planet, it changes the atmosphere of the planet, changes the atmosphere of the people around you. Your auric field affects others, your light body as you walk around. So we have been working so hard, and there's so much chaos that right now might be our time to take a little dip in whatever you need to dip in. Like if it's the ocean, or if it's a massage, or if it's laying in bed reading a book. But I really feel like we deserve it. So anybody that needs to, please, please take some time off. So AnnieBear, do you want to say anything about how you recharge, or what you feel like this is about for you?
Oh, absolutely. I have a long-standing habit, especially if it's family related or anyone I care for.
Yeah.
Be like, even when you're tired, oh, of course I can do that. Of course I would love to help. Of course I would like to
Yeah.
be of assistance. And, you know, even though your wagon is dragging, as Kelly says, I love that expression, Kelly. I love that. But I'm finding that now in my 60s, I can say that, but I can't pull it off anymore. When I'm tired, I'm tired. And my body just lets me know that it sort of just says, stop it, stupid. You know, is a little bit what it says, that I have to stop and put my feet up. I literally physically have to put my feet up. I can't just keep going. If I do, I will get hurt, or some mishap will occur that I will regret immediately and go, oh, I should have listened. So now I'm listening a little bit sooner than I used to in the past. 20 years ago, I could just plow through, and not anymore.
Yeah.
And there's a gentle grace to that. And it was really hard for me. It's hard for me to say, I need help. I can't do this. I need help, because I want to just figure stuff out and be in tears for a while and just, I'm gonna figure it out. You know, to reach out and say, I don't know how to do this. Can someone help me? Just in covering for you during meditation, it was just like, oh my goodness, you know, but there was things I did not know how to do. And I plowed through and had to undo them.
Yeah.
You know, but then when I reached out and asked for help and asked you for help and said, I don't know how to do this part, you know, then people came forward, no problem, saying, oh, of course, just do this and that. And there it was. And so I found letting go of, you know, ownership for my behavior, yes. But I don't have to take ownership for everything. And I got to say, I'm in the process of learning that. I really am. One of the things I do to recharge that I feel proud of is eat right. Eat berries, eat beans, eat a lot of fiber. I'm a big pusher of fiber. I like to incorporate it in almost every meal I have. And drinking water with lemon in it, fresh lemon. And keeping a jug in the fridge, a 32-ounce jug of lemon water, so that I can refill it.
Wow.
I feel good when I take care of my body. I feel really good about that. And I stopped, you know, having watered down wine like about 9 months ago. And that's made a tremendous difference in taking care of myself.
Yeah.
And that's made me feel better from the inside out. Hi, Sharon.
Sharon
Yeah.
Foster.
So good to
Sharon's
see you.
saying, yes, I agree, Annie. My husband is the same way. Sometimes he feels guilty when he has to stop.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't get everything done that you in your mind seemed like a great idea. Yeah, but the body says, oh, what? How about we slow down a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really a lot. And we're conditioned by constructs, and we're good at it, right?
Oh,
We're
and we
good
used
at
to take
taking
such
care of other
pride in
people.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to take ridiculous amount of pride in overworking, overdoing, overcommitting, everything. It
Multitasking.
was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And one of the things I like to do to really comfort myself is to make breakfast for dinner. I love breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
about you?
My favorite thing for dinner is Instacart or Grubhub.
Oh, yum. Let somebody else make it.
Yeah. Well, last
Yeah.
night I made one of my favorites, and I do salmon on the grill and just a ton of veg. Like I throw every vegetable in the refrigerator on the grill:
Yes.
potatoes, corn, zucchini, asparagus,
It's so good.
and then I have those for the rest of the week.
Oh, yum.
Um, yeah. Paul says
And
I had.
frittatas. You can make
Oh
frittatas
yeah.
with those. I
Ooh,
love frittatas.
I do too.
People pleasing. Oh, yes, Kelly. You named it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Paul says I had the light wind out by the cemetery when it went through me. Our tour guide's name was Diana. I was thinking of our Diana B. How cool was that? Wow. Yeah. You know, so that's important too. I love that. You mentioned that, Paul, because I do feel like um, a lot of us, when we get down, our energy gets depleted and our force field or our barriers, our borders, what we will take and what we won't take. Sometimes when we get depleted, we just have to go in and take care of ourselves. Yeah. And Kelly says comfort food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I also feel like recharging isn't just rest, it's active renewal of the body and the auric field. So whether that's dancing or like you love painting, you love walking, that's huge. I love walking, I love dancing, that's huge for me. Yoga. This
Yeah.
past week, since I've had more time to be off, thank you, Annie.
Yes. You
And
need that.
yeah, in my morning, so I've been doing yoga and
Oh, good.
I did a schwitz, a wet sauna
Oh,
at Yoga
nice.
Patch. They have a new one. I got a massage.
Oh,
And
good.
so I've really been trying to actively recharge and really takes better self-care. And I don't know why. And I was thinking about it this morning and I thought, all of us have times, right? Like maybe you wake up and you're ready to do something, or maybe you wake up and you're not ready to do something till about 11. So, and I was thinking back to my past lives in this lifetime in business and owning shops, owning businesses. And I
Yeah.
thought, really, I would come alive. I would start answering the phones at 8, but I was really coming alive around 11 or 10. My brain started working really well about that time. And that was the time, that was good timing because that's when we were sending people out in the field and more clients were coming in and whatnot. Um, there's also a lot of memories in our auric field that we hold, like sadness, perhaps, it can be from past lives, it can be from ancestors, it can be from something that happened last week, or, and Tyler's just barking now, and it makes me think if we could be more like the animals and live awakened, like just what's in front of us right now, like somebody's outside probably delivering something
Yeah.
to one of my neighbors, and so he's like he's pretty
Rosie's like that too. If she can see it, she must report about it.
yeah, yeah, but so tuning forks, and you work with tuning forks.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
really like them to clear the room to what you were saying. I see so many pictures when you talk. These movies start in my head when you talk. I love to listen to you talk because when you were talking about previous lives in this life, I saw something yesterday. I went to Michael's. I was going there. I didn't get what I went for, but I got something, I got a spool of thread. But uh,
Nice.
ahead of me was a couple in a Jeep. He was a very tall man with his sweetheart, and they were smoking and chatting, and we were at a stoplight, and I'm like, I could be looking at Paul and I from 10 years ago. From 10
Oh,
years ago, that would have been Paul and I both smoking, chatting, having a great time, going for a drive. And it was just amazing to me. I'm proud of both of us, how far we've come. Both of us don't smoke anymore. And it was like seeing these little, what do you call that? It's not vinaigrettes. It's not right.
vignettes. Vignettes.
Vignettes. I
Mhm.
keep seeing those little pieces of when I see mothers with children and where my focus was when my son was young.
Right?
and what a busy day looked like versus what a busy day looks like now.
Yeah.
And now my busy day feeds me more than my busy days used to. And they were all part of the stages of growth I was in. But it does so much feel like, if you've been married more than once, it feels like, or me, I married the same fool twice. I loved him dearly. Just didn't work, just didn't work. But the lessons that were learned were required. The
Yeah.
mistakes that were made were required. And this is going to sound way goofy, okay? But
I like
in,
goofy.
I was in the shower, and you know how bathrooms are portals, right?
Oh, completely. Yeah.
I was,
Sacred places.
exactly. So I'm in the shower this morning, washing my hair, and I'm hearing an elder say, she probably thinks she's dreaming right now. She probably thinks this is in her imagination, but she's graduating.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my goodness, okay, I'm not going to call you to this some far-flung fantasy. I hear you. I hear you. And it was about accepting aspects of self. And I'm always trying to figure out that oneness. And some wise and wonderful people in morning meditation, hi, Richie, were saying things this was before morning meditation. So it was like beautiful to me how the morning meditation was like, oh, isn't that interesting how when you open to spirit, the pieces come. They come in so many different ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
it's
I
incredible.
love that you're hearing the voices. I'm hearing a lot of voices, and I know they were always there, but I wasn't listening
Yeah.
often.
Yeah. It
And
was just soft thoughts.
yeah,
Yeah.
and when they talk to me now, they're a chorus. It's like, "Teri, Teri, 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 Teri," and I can tell that they're coming from all around me, right?
Wow.
And but it's like a chorus, and they're repeating my name and different things. Um, it's it's really quite interesting when it comes in like that. But starting to listen to really what's important to us. The other thing I wanted to say about what you were talking about is that, I remember being a young mom and having, I remember my biggest deal was trying to look like I knew what I was doing. I
Yeah.
was so scared that somebody would find me out and think, "He has no idea how to get that stroller out and put it together." And often I didn't. I was just like, "What the heck with this thing?" When you have to unfold the
Yeah.
stroller out of the back of your
They're
car, and
cumbersome.
oh my
It
god.
always hits you in the leg. And yeah.
And then you're trying to put the baby in it, and you knock their head on the door or
Yeah.
something, and you're like, "Oh,
The sweating.
I suck at this." But we're kinda have those constructs going through life too, don't we? That, getting out there and not well, yeah, in society. So you go out in society and we're supposed to look like we have our act together. And, or there's this thought process that we do, right? But really, we're just all learning, all
We're
the
all
time.
winging it.
Yeah, and
We're
it's
all winging it. Yeah.
right, and being our, true selves,
Yeah.
like leading with love, but also leading with freedom and individuality and flying our freak flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, being our true self is huge, so not looking like what anybody else looks like, physically, spiritually, even with our knowledge or our wisdom, you have so many different gifts that I don't have, and so it's like we're all going to have our own gifts, and then those pieces fit together, and the
I,
coherence is made.
well, I feel such huge responsibility and awkward so awkward being Native American and making a channel and going on YouTube and speaking. And I much prefer doing pre-recording because I get really nervous. And then I can write things down and kind of stay focused.
Yeah,
but but other than it's a little bit nerve-wracking because I can only be me. I didn't grow up on the reservation. So I don't have like wisdom pouring out of me or in any way. I've made a million mistakes, a million of them.
Yeah.
Most of my learning has come from being incredibly stubborn. And I think my guides and angels have had to work so hard just to get me out of my comfort zone, because once I get in my comfort zone, I am very difficult to shift.
Yeah.
So
Well, you're a protector. I mean, you literally are AnnieBear. You are protecting the always a guardian. And so yeah, I can see that you would be standing for what you know,
yes,
standing in your light. So
yes.
standing in the light. Yeah.
So a
Yeah.
lot of that feeling of imposter syndrome, I tell myself, just be yourself, just be yourself. And I think that's what our guides and angels and ancestors are all trying to get us to do is to just be yourself, be honest, be silly, be awkward, be all of it, both
Yeah.
the rocky and the hard place. Yes, yes.
She says she's the same. She's
She
like,
knows
"Girl,
me so
I'm
well.
so the
I love
same."
you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Thank you, Carolyn. I love
Thank
that.
you, Carolyn.
Oh,
Thank you.
Carolyn, what a beautiful picture. Annie is amazing, isn't she? Hi, Amanda. I saw you sneak in and mingled unicorn Jacqueline. Hello, everybody. So we're just talking about recharging our batteries and how we do that. The other thing I want to bring up is tension. So when we have tension, like a lot of times, it causes inflammation in your body. This is entertainment only, but really one of the major things of um, our our disease right now is inflammation in the body. So so just acknowledging that when we hold things in and we get tight, like our shoulders get tight, our heart gets tight. We're holding in because somebody hurt us, or we're holding in because we didn't know how to open that effing stroller out of the trunk of the car. But we're holding this stuff in, and instead of releasing it and
Yeah,
exhaling. And that's a huge thing too,
yeah.
is exhaling completely. A lot of times we get caught in that fight or flight and freeze. And that freeze, we don't release all the exhale.
Or
So
habits. Yesterday, I caught myself in a habit. I almost got jealous about something.
yeah,
I almost got jealous about a family dynamic, and I caught myself. And I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute, we're not doing that anymore.
right?
I am here to support that person's journey and that person's journey, and that is what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
It felt so good. I think my guides and angels, I keep thinking of them as like, oh my God, finally. It
right.
took
Like,
63 years, but
yeah,
she finally got there and she finally did it. And then the joy I feel is like their joy too, like a big, like a hug,
yeah.
like,
Surrender.
yeah,
Like,
so
and
free. Yeah.
right? Yeah. So free.
And you have to remind yourself to do those things. But it's okay, because as soon as you go that next step, or when you remember, like I remember traumas that have happened to me, and I
Um,
have, I was diagnosed with PTSD a long, long time ago,
yeah.
and they said I'd probably gotten it when I was 3, and because that's when the abuse began. But
Right.
But but what's fantastic now is, after reading that book by Richard Schwartz, No Bad Parts, I have to say that, after reading that, I applied it spiritually, because I'd already been through a good 20 years of counseling. I'd done a lot of work, but healing is a constant thing. And we are diamond light. So how we do that is we keep coming back to these things and shining them. And so now if I'm triggered by something, I say, okay, I'm here right now. One thing that helps is holding a frozen bottle of water, and that gets you right back in your body. That gets your mental self right back in your body. I'm not in that moment. I am right here now. And I'm going to go that one step further, and I'm going to greet that damaged part with love.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, welcome home. I've been waiting for you. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome home to my heart. We are healing now. And that next step took me 40 years to learn to just go that one more step of welcoming that part home. This is how we become whole.
That just makes my heart open when you said that. Yeah.
Oh, it's so powerful. It's
Yeah.
so powerful. And we talk about the Ho'oponopono prayer that the Hawaiian people share. And it's so powerful when you do that with Creator. It's
Yeah.
so powerful when you do that with yourself. That's compassion in action. And when you do that, I really believe, I feel like these ripples come off the energy body.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Those ripples like we see in meditation, and it just ripples out, and there is celebration as far as those ripples go,
Yeah.
because all of those ancestors and guides and angels, they want us to succeed.
Yeah. There's such a coherence on the planet of all these light beings that have come together at this
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
And so it's really powerful now that we're all shining our light. And and sometimes when we go out into public, and we've talked about this before, being
Mhm.
empaths and whatnot, and going out into public and shining our light, that you might come across somebody that's living a completely different life and living in fear and going through like maybe what we've been through before, or maybe they're in a completely different space, right?
Mm.
But 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 we come across these ones, and they may not notice us all of a sudden, and we may not notice them as much all of a sudden, because that 3D and that 4D and 5D are just a frequency that we're walking through right now. And so it's a constant kind of buoyancy. I feel like that we're
Mhm.
getting buoyant, and then oh, there's this just happened on the planet, and it's like, whoa, heavy. And then you shine your light some more by witnessing and sending love. But the coherence on the planet has completely changed for me. I mean, I feel like for probably everybody here.
Yeah.
And Jacqueline, yeah, the way people sparkle, right? So it's really important. Yeah. Thanks everybody for being here. Who
We
was that?
change the world as we walk through it.
Yeah.
We affect things and people. And what's really cool is the plants and trees that are on this planet, they are the healers.
Hmm.
So when we walk in the world, we literally walk in the world, we affect them too.
Yeah.
When they see we're awake, that sends ripples from them, and they are the healers.
I think that's why animals and children get so excited around light workers. Like, they just start smiling and laughing. Like they'll be crying and they'll see you and they'll be like, and they'll start laughing. And it's, but trees too,
Yeah,
I feel the same.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They are the in our traditions and native traditions, the plants are the healers. They are the healers. We work with their energies, and you see, like the animals and the plants, they haven't forgotten their star lineage. They're here shining already.
Yeah.
We are the ones remembering our star lineage. And there aren't any aliens. We're all related. We're all
100%.
related.
Yeah. And I feel the same about star beings and inner earth beings, that we're all related. Our DNA is a mishmash, and we've been, seeded by Gaia, and Gaia has seeded, I believe, many planets. So I feel like she's like well, I mean, we're all creators, right? We're all bringing energy to the planet, but
You've said that before, and it was a brand new idea to me. I've heard you
yeah,
say that before. I've never considered that Gaia seeded. I've never considered that.
it came to me in a vision this year, probably a
Tell
few
me,
months ago.
tell
Um,
us.
it was inner earth work. And as I go into we need to do a show just on inner earth, or I'll do a thing on a recording. But when I envision going inside the earth, there are many other beings inside there. There are many other like cities and almost a universe inside there of light beings that come in. And then those that seeded this planet as well, you know, the Hathors, the Atlanteans, us in our future are down there as well. And it's just a different dimension, a different frequency. And that's why we don't see them. There's also waterways that go through. And then, of course, there's the great healing waters inside the earth, more water inside the earth than on the crust of the earth. Great power banks, like our planet hums with those banks. And when I say that, I don't know any rest of you can feel it, but my root chakra just goes in the soles of my feet when I talk about that. So there's, and I feel like this is kind of what we got away from, but I feel like this is, many indigenous tribes already knew this, right? They could already feel the hum of that earth. Her seeding other planets, I feel like we've been seeded by so many different star beings. And I feel like she's another star being in her own right, but not just on this planet. I feel like she's so much bigger than that. I feel like she's a goddess in a sense. I guess that's the easiest.
Galactic presence.
Yeah, a galactic presence. And that she has many, many star systems that she uses, maybe even universes or multiverses.
That blows my mind.
Right? Yeah, it gets so big, but
blows my mind.
Yeah, this is something that she's done. And so that she is that divine mother. Also the field of the Akash, the Akashic records inside the center of the earth.
It is.
Those are not every planet has them, but many planet has those. But it's a gift to have those. So she gifted us many, many things. And our ancestors and our descendants have gifted us many, many things. So I just feel like we're opening up to those. But they're not just going to be on this planet. They're going to be on many planets.
I need to learn. I don't understand that part. I am open to it. I feel so protective, like of the hairy ones, that I don't even like it when people talk about them, because I love them so much. I just want them to be safe and protected. And they giggle because I felt one on a walk and they call me smelly little sister because we smell like what we eat.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't need my protection. They're like of the 25th dimension, but that's how I feel about them. So I'm always like, don't look there. Don't talk about that. We have to protect that. We have to protect that. Let's get people to be respectful of on top of the earth before we take them in the earth. You know, I mean, none of those beings need my protection. So I really am in conflict with it, because it makes my whole body gets like electricity and my ears get really hot and I get really protective and I don't really understand it. I don't know what's happening. So I want to know, like Mother, I want to know, I feel I had a vision that this is part vision, part imagination, that the pupils of my eyes will one day look like Earth, and that we could go in the galactic star system and anyone looking at us would know we are representatives of Gaia.
Yeah.
Because we have graduated from the school of Gaia. And we are, of service.
That is brilliant. I love that. I can totally see that.
Yeah. There's so much more to know.
Have a resonance, an earth resonance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So much more to know. I love that. Hi, everybody that's coming in. I just want to say, Liza, and I see Ness here, and Victor came in.
Hi, I saw
and Ascending Universal Butterfly and Awesomeness. I just want to, and everybody that I didn't mention too. Yep. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. So there's going to be, we talked about the tension on the earth. Inner earth is huge. And I love that you brought up the hairy ones. And because I see them often. I see them all the time, and they work with the tree people. They work hand in hand with the tree people and the giants, and I always see them as they come in, and they show me them going inside the trees and using the trees as not using them, but work hand in hand, and they go inside the tree, and that's why often we can't find them. Like they'll show their faces, but they have a very tender heart, like a very kind,
Very kind, very
like
gentle,
a butterfly.
very loving, so loving,
Oh my
and
god.
and interdimensional. So for
Oh,
them
100%.
stepping, that's why no one ever finds them, because they're interdimensional. They
Yeah,
just they just shift a bit and boom, they're gone. You can't
yeah,
see them. You can feel them, the feel their energies, but you have to raise your frequency in
yeah,
order to feel them. And I know that because they told me that. Because I was lamenting, why can't I, I want to connect. And they're like, you have to raise your frequency. So, oh, okay.
yeah. Well, and we have to look, right? We don't always know that we can look. But, like, we think that we're seeing what we're seeing, and we're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, well, everybody else is seeing that, so I'm gonna say I see that," or, but really, we have to look and give ourselves permission to look. Like, we've got it, but why can't we do it? Kind of like we were talking about earlier about giving ourselves permission to heal ourselves, giving ourselves permission to read the Akash, giving ourselves permission to go inside the planet and see what's down there, giving ourselves permission to go galactically, but also just giving ourselves to go into the multiverse, go to the monad, go to zero dimension, go to infinite potential, right? You know, 88 times 72 to the ninth power dimension. So just go, go, go whenever you want to. And it sounds far fetched, but I think when we know that we can do these things, then there is no limit. There's
I think you
only,
could take like 10, you could take 10 people and they would all see a different, this is what I believe.
yeah.
10 people could all go on a journey together, do a journey together to the inner earth. Each of those 10 people would see a different inner earth.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your
And
frequency is your currency. Your
yeah,
frequency doesn't mean how fancy, your actual frequency, how you carry yourself, how comfortable you are being yourself, how much of yourself, of your star body, you've brought into your physical body. We've
yeah,
got the physical, mental, spiritual, emotional bodies. When those are comfortable with one another, that's a frequency. That's
yeah.
because I think that's worth, like, we're getting off topic. How I recharge my batteries. One of the things
Yeah.
I do to recharge my batteries that has to do with this is I love design. I am a nut about. I will watch, like, Apple TV had a show called Home, and it was all about design. This one woman designed her home entirely out of bamboo. The whole
Wow.
entire house, the furnishings, everything. It is magical. And with an eye, one family built a house inside a greenhouse, and they grow all their own food and run all their water through their house, and their wastewater from showers and washing dishes, because they use environmentally friendly products, waters their garden, and they grow their food, and it's
Beautiful.
magnificent. So when I want to recharge and fuel myself, I design houses in my mind, and they turn into stories. And I design, like, I like to design worlds, like trees or doorways,
Hmm.
and how we move through earth is our frequency. And we can change our frequency to go to different realms.
Yeah.
I think this is a lot of what the elementals do. I think that's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, how I recharge my battery is to go into that place of wonderment and wondering and awe, and start with things I do know, and then apply those in a spiritual sense, And for me, that is fun. For me, that is loads and loads of fun, because I think of like a lot of times children who grow up abused live in their imaginations.
Mm-hmm.
And in their imaginations, they have a mother who loves them, and they have a safe and wonderful and beautiful home. And so as we're creating what we're doing now, that's what I do for fun, is I create worlds or rooms or houses or gardens, and envision what those would be like, and what um like for instance, if every plant had its own note, what would my garden sound like today?
Wow.
Because
You're changing the frequency of the world as you do that, don't you think? I
I
believe it.
I hope so. I never thought of that, but
Yeah,
it's the seasons change. And
yeah.
right now, like, the trees are putting on their best fall dresses. It's a celebration of everything that's happened. And the sap is starting to go down. The party's starting to move. So
Oh,
the sounds are different, and the notes are
amazing.
crisper and a little bit clearer, and they carry just a little bit farther. And if you live near waters, they go really far.
Yeah,
So that's where I like to go to recharge my batteries. And I think you can do that anywhere. You can do that anywhere.
I
An
agree.
airport, anywhere. It's so that's how I read. That's a way to recharge, caring for the body, feeding it well. Imagination, it's a powerful place.
Um, we are all creators, and I think using our imagination, like people are like, well, can I talk to my guides? Can I, see my angels or spirits or orbs, and what am I supposed to do? And using our imagination is the first part of that, of creating something and
Yeah.
changing the frequency of the planet, and going into your senses. I love that you're talking about using your senses, because that's how we develop our clairs. That's how we develop our subtle
Yes.
senses,
Yes.
um, and creating a new world. And really, there's if you can think it, you can do it. And so that goes so many different directions, right? There's people in government that have thought things and they're doing it, and it's not a good feeling. I don't even want to go there. But there are people in the world that have thought beautiful things and have changed the planet too.
Like
And
Jane
so,
Goodall.
yes, yes,
Yes, Jane
massive,
Goodall.
right? And she stayed for a long time.
She did. I think she was 94 or 9. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yes. What
also,
a celebration that must have been. Can you
oh my
imagine?
God,
Oh my goodness. Talk about the
everybody,
music of the spheres. I bet it was deafening
and
when she came home.
and all her old friends were there, right?
Yes.
The
Yes.
four-legged ones, the two-legged ones,
Yes.
the ones that walk
Oh,
upright, and
oh, what a bright, bright light.
yeah, and
Yes.
so beautiful. But also, I feel like when we're going into that state of creation, um, there is no limit. It's infinite potential. And that's when we really start manifesting. And I get again and again for everybody here, you guys, that there is abundance coming to us, just in abundance. And it's kind of where we put our energy right now. There's just such a wave coming in of energy. And that's probably why we're all exhausted too and need to recharge. But
Enough for everyone. That's what abundance looks like to me.
yeah,
Enough
yeah,
for everyone.
100% enough
Everyone.
for everyone. Yeah. And not everybody's going to want it. And some people are still, trying to figure out getting that stroller out of the back seat of the car. And some people are kind of where they're at, and that's okay, because they are on their path and they're divine beings having a human experience. No judgment there.
Yeah, and we can't wake all at the same time, or there wouldn't be growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
There
So
wouldn't be
there's going
growth.
to be,
We agreed. Like, nobody's waking up late.
yeah,
Everybody's exactly on time of what their life plan was, and their spirit teams. Nobody's late.
yeah,
Nobody's late.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm
So Oh, I was just going to say being right is a huge thing too, that we're kind of a construct in society that we're taught that, well, this is the right way to do this. This is the correct way to get that stroller out of the back of the car.
Yeah.
Um, and so
It sounds like every man I've ever met.
that's right. Sounds like
I
a lot of my friends too.
I have such a low threshold lately in my 60s. I have such a low threshold for men telling me the right way to do anything.
Yeah,
And I love them as brothers. I love them. I actually get along with men more than I do women.
yeah,
But I really don't want to hear the best way to do anything
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
Unless I ask, you know.
yeah. Oh, I love that, Jacqueline. Do I want to be right or happy? I choose happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you
100%.
can't be both. That's, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So, and what's right for me may not be right for you, may not be right for so many people. Like that's the other, we're each a different piece of the frequency. We're each a different note. We're each a different flavor or sight or, sound. We have so many different gifts, all of us, that the right way for you is going to be walking through the forest and eating your beans and being connected. And the right way for me is going to go dance and
right.
whatever. I mean, we each have our different flavors. And then when we connect together, it's like a symphony. It's like
Yeah.
the energy just blows up.
Yes. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Kelly, you were better friends with guys in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Me
always
too.
had my guy crowd. Yeah.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. I
I
had
didn't play
girlfriends too.
games. You could actually talk with them. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, anyway, so yeah, definitely being happy. Um, so, the other thing that we don't always do is check in with our senses. And that's a huge thing to go to curiosity when we get overwhelmed or when the car breaks down is like, well, what does this mean? On so many different levels, or how am I feeling right now? What do I hear outside? What does my body feel like? And going into curiosity changes your brain. You can't use curiosity. It's a different side of your brain than fear. So instead of going into inflammation and stress, when all of a sudden you're like, wow, I wonder what this is about. What's the earth trying to tell me? What am I trying to tell me? My inner me. And so not only did my car not start this past week, but also I think I broke my little toe again, which I'm good at that. I've
Oh
done that many times.
no.
It's not
Oh,
bad, but
how did you do that?
I was walking.
Like you do.
I just walked into a corner in my closet. I was
Oh.
multitasking. I was totally multitasking. I was thinking about, I've got to get some laundry out and I've got to get some things together and I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And it's like, I caught myself, literally caught my toe.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I think there was something that you and Kelly said. I think it was you and Kelly on your last show together, or one of your more recent shows. You said when something's happening, you said instead of thinking, "Oh, this is happening to me," you guys said, "Look at it as like, what is the universe preparing me for?"
Yeah. It's happening for you.
For me, not to me.
Yeah.
And that's powerful. I found that really powerful.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've been doing an experiment that I started today,
Oh, okay.
actually, bringing the planets in through my chakras. Because I thought the clairs come through the chakras, the planets come through the chakras. If we're about to become, here's my silly reasoning. We're about to become aware of our galactic heritage.
Oh, yeah.
And many of us are going to become really aware of our galactic heritage. And I don't want to look stupid in front of our galactic relatives. So I want to have my wits about me a little bit. So I'm trying to exercise like what that energy, the great spirit energy that keeps my body breathing and alive. And not just thinking of my chakras as like this color thing, But like, okay, let me pull some energy through these. That's going to heighten my clairs. That's going to bring in some knowledge that might bring in things I'm not even aware of yet.
Yeah.
So I kind of am trying to like get ahead of the curve by breathing in and out of those chakras to see what they're all about, because up to now I haven't really been that curious. But now I'm
Wow.
curious. Now I'm curious about that.
I love that. That's
Okay.
beautiful.
And I'll only get what I can understand. If
Yeah.
I'm using my body as that measurement of as that tool that it is, then I will only get things I can understand, which will be helpful.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that. And I also they're also saying that one of your greatest gifts is your childlike wonder. And that when you
Oh.
ask questions, I can see you asking them a million questions, and they'll look at you like you are an amazing child. Like, and
Oh,
not
that's good. That's
yeah,
good because Diane, when I had that reading with Diane G, she said, you have innate, that it's the child self. There's an innate wisdom in a child self. There's innate
100%.
wonder in a
Yeah,
child self,
joy and
you
wonder.
know?
Joy
Yeah,
and wonder.
which we need. We
Yeah,
really, really need, especially here, because we're lifting some heavy, we're doing some heavy lifting here.
yeah, we
Yeah,
really are. We really are.
especially when we're together.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot. It's a lot. So if you all are feeling, that's how we kind of started this is, if you're feeling like, you're kind of exhausted or your battery needs to recharge right now, um, give yourself a week, give yourself 2 weeks, give yourself a trip, give yourself a massage. And there's so many things that you can do, like self massage and oil in your hair is a very old Vedic thing, and massaging your scalp every day. There's all sorts of things that we can kind of bring our energy back to us and call our. I love what Kevin Lewis always says. He says every night he calls his spirit back,
Oh, yes.
and
Yes.
I try to remember that.
Yes. I do too, because that's like whatever energy you left throughout the day to call it back and release any energy that is not yours.
Yeah, and Kelly's talking
Absolutely.
about taking a trip to Minnesota. So yeah, there's
Yeah.
like sometimes we get mired down by day-to-day stuff and we think, "Oh, I can't go on a weekend trip or I can't go for, a drive and look at the eagles as they migrate." So we can do anything we want. It's all ours. It
Yeah.
belongs to everybody.
Prioritizing joy rather than obligation, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I
Prioritizing joy. Yeah.
right, and I feel like that's changing. There's like the United States has been such a consumer-driven economy, and Europe's not like that. Asia's not like that so much. Lots of parts of the world are not like that, but the United States is really good at it, and that's why we've become a superpower.
Oh, we're so exhausted and so sick and so out of whack.
Yeah, the food
Yeah.
that, and consequently, the food that's made here is not as good because it's made for profit, not for health.
Well, they're trying. I
Yeah.
swear to goodness, I think sometimes they're trying to get us hooked on chemical food rather than real
Oh
food,
yeah,
and
yeah,
that is not going to fly. That
yeah,
is not okay. That is not okay.
yeah.
You know. So I thought of a question to ask Sterling, because I would think of like, he hasn't picked any of my questions yet, but someday he might. And so,
Sterling, listen.
Sterling, do you hear this? So I wrote my question down while Paul and I were watching a show yesterday. So I'm going to ask, when will the U.S. get like FDA regulations on food and ingredients the way Europe does? Because there's tons of stuff that's in our food that Europe banned a long time ago.
I feel
I want
like
us.
yeah.
I
When
want
I
us
go
to
travel, yeah.
yeah,
When I go to
prevent
the
so
UK,
many illnesses and so many things that they can't diagnose, because a long, long time ago, there was a teacher, a native woman from Shasta, Mount Shasta in California, and I think her name was Teresa as well. And it was a women's group, and I used to do moon lodges with other women. And she said, don't take multivitamins because the chemicals that they put in the multivitamins, now this is for entertainment purposes only. She said, because they're chemicals, what they do is, let's say your body has a lock and those chemicals gum it all up. So it
Oh,
makes it hard for your body to receive the nutrition you need because it's gummed up with the chemical that
yeah,
they put in the multivitamin.
yeah,
So I stopped taking multivitamin and try to get them from my food
yeah.
and get orange juice. Get my vitamin C from orange juice. Like kiwis have more vitamin C than a banana and an orange put together.
Wow. I'll
And
have
I
to,
didn't know that until like 2 weeks ago. So you can constantly be learning. I'm not saying it's for entertainment purposes only, but um, sometimes curiosity can take you whatever you personally are curious about will be your body and your guides and angels just gently putting in a little curiosity for you to wonder about and to try to guide you just a little bit healthier, a little
yeah,
bit something for your own good, whatever that is. You know, it's just they're so gentle with us. I don't know. I don't think I could ever be a guide. I would just be like, yeah, please. I don't think I'd be gentle. That must take hundreds of
be
years
the
to
one,
learn.
we'd be the ones moving furniture on the other side, dropping feathers on their head.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, because some of our guides are pretty loud,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Like, yeah, making my car battery go dead and breaking my
Yeah.
toe again. So I know. Um, and then we were.
That's true.
That's interesting about that. I do feel like the frequency of what we consume is a part of it. It's a piece of it. But the other thing is, you can change the frequency of your food by
You
blessing
can.
it.
You can, absolutely. Because I'm not getting down
Intention.
on anybody. Bravo to you for taking vitamins because I have medications I have to take to stay
Yeah,
alive. And
yeah.
so, what I do over those medications is for entertainment purposes only. I say anything that my body does not need will become inert and pass through
Oh,
me and be released through urine.
that's brilliant.
You know,
Brilliant. I love
you can
that.
do that with anything. You
Yeah.
can do that with people that you're going to be hanging out with. Only energies that benefit me can come near me, the rest cannot. You know, that's a real healthy
100%.
thing to do anyway. Ooh, somebody said something about galactic. Lauren, Sterling has answered that question in the past about food changing. It will happen over the next decade. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Especially after the Galactic
Hi,
Federation steps
Lauren.
forward under. Oh, thank you. I didn't know that.
Thank
Mwah.
you,
Thank you,
Lauren.
Lauren.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Wait, now I have to
Yeah.
think of another question.
Guides have to be loud. Yeah. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. Right, Mary Thornby? Yeah. Throwing the French fries and nothing's going to eat it. And she says, I don't think I would be a good guide. I can be a little intense at
Me
times.
too. Me too,
So
Richie.
I think
Oh,
you'd be
hey, goatee
amazing.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, goatee man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
granted, it can be expensive. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And comfort food is comfort food. Sometimes mac and cheese is where it's at.
Yeah. We we eat almost all organic, but there are
Wonderful.
times when we can't find it or
Yeah.
it's a deal and it's like those apples look so good, I'm just going to nab them
Yeah.
and some of the stuff it's different, but when I travel to the UK to see family, I usually go for a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
My body feels completely different when I come home.
I bet.
Completely different.
I bet. I
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, my dear friend.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it so much.
It was
Thank
a
you very
joy.
much.
And thank you, everybody here, for
Thank
being
you.
here as well. So, I will be on Meditation Tribe tomorrow. Anybody that hasn't noticed yet, Annie and I are kind of sharing meditations in the mornings, and we've got some other changes that are coming in for the channel too, both our channels. So please do go subscribe. There's a lot of people here with their own channels. Kelly's here, Richie,
Yeah.
Victor was here earlier. I don't know if he's still here, but please put your names in there, anybody that can, and go subscribe to all of them as well. And I want to thank everybody that subscribed to my channel. We are over 30,000 strong now, subscribers, which is
Oh,
kind of unheard of for a meditation channel,
oh my
primarily
goodness.
meditation.
Oh,
So
so
it's
well deserved.
an
So well
real
deserved.
honor.
Oh.
And um, so what do you have coming up next? You've got something going on, don't you?
Wednesday I have meditation, and then I'm gonna do my solo show Wednesday at noon.
Yay. I
Yay!
can't wait.
I'm looking
I've got Diana is going to be on the channel, I think on either Wednesday or Thursday. We're doing it. And we're doing
Oh,
it on the 12 strand DNA,
that's
which,
right. I have that. I hit the bell for that, so I get
oh, good.
notified.
Good. Yeah. So
Right.
it's going to be quite interesting. And then Kelly and I are doing something this week too.
Woo!
So, yep,
Yay!
all in the family.
I
So,
love it.
Ascending Universal Butterfly, good to see you. All right.
Thank
Uh,
you, everyone. Thank you so
yeah.
much for being here. I
Thank you, dear.
appreciate it.
Lots of love to everybody. Everybody have a great rest of the day and let it go, let it go, let it go. We'll see you
Bye.
later. Bye bye.